Hello everyone, I'm Nitsa, and it is time for another one of my draft videos. Normally, I only post them on Mondays and Thursdays, but right now Dominaria is about to be sort of pushed out the door completely by the full spoilage of Core 2019, which should actually happen later today when this video goes up. And so I'm trying to get my last Dominaria drafts in before I start looking at Core 2019 as a limited format and getting videos out about that and drafting that and everything. And this format's been great. That's part of the reason I'm just trying to jam all these drafts at the end of the format, because I love this format and I'm going to miss it. I think it's going to be one of those formats where you think back to it and you fondly are like, man, I would love to draft that just right now. And that's not true of a lot of formats. A lot of formats you're like, you know, I drafted it 30 times when it was around and it was fun while it lasted, but I don't feel like ever drafting it again. With Dominaria, it's going to be a set that anytime it's on flashbacks, I'm really going to want to draft it. It's a great set. Core 2019 looks like it could be good too, but you know, it's a core set, and I mean, this is one of the all-time great limited formats, I think, top 5 anyway. So it's hard to imagine Core 2019 won't be a little bit of a letdown, but it is a new format. There's new things to explore. Anyway, I'll see you guys when this final Dominaria draft fires. Okay, so what do we have here in our final pack 1 pick 1 of Dominaria? Well, we have 2 pretty strong cards. Song of Freyalise and Knight of Grace are the 2 that I would really seriously consider here. I think it's pretty easily Song of Freyalise. After that, I think it's probably Knight of Grace, then Cloud Reader Sphinx, and then Urgaros. Urgaros just hasn't impressed me that much. You know, I've never really had him like destroy me, and when I've played him, it's just sort of been like a shrug. Song of Freyalise, meanwhile, is really powerful. It also makes it so we have some fixing right away, and that's a good way to start a draft anyway. So do want a creature-heavy deck if you take Song of Freyalise, but most decks, I mean, by creature-heavy, I mean like 14-ish. That's not that hard to do. I mean, you know, it's hard to end up... If you don't end up that way, it's because you saw a ton of removal and your deck's going to be good anyway, and then if we're not playing Song of Freyalise because we have like 3 Eviscerates and 2... Fight with Fires, then I'm fine with it, you know. So yeah, it'll work out. It would be nice to have a Saproling deck actually work out for me. I know the last draft, the draft that went up yesterday, was sort of a Saproling deck, but I have yet to have a real Saproling deck work out for me with like a ton of Saprolings in it, and that's where Song of Freyalise is probably at its best. So if we could try to force Saprolings, and maybe we should, this is my last draft of this format for now, I think that is what I'm going to do, because this is the last one. Wrath Capuchin is a very good card, and so is Vicious. Vicious Offering is probably what the right pick is here, if we're not really trying to force something. At the same time, I mean, Vicious Offering does fit into a Saproling deck, but taking the cards that say Saproling on them make sure that fewer people are interested in Saproling synergies in general. So let's just do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you know. Okay, well, there's nothing here that says Saproling. There's a Goblin Barrage. There's not really even a good black card here, so my idea of trying to force Saprolings may already be over. But Saproling Migration's good in any green deck, at least. Ancient Animus is fine, but Goblin Barrage is definitely better, and I think that's what we take here. Yeah. Squee. I do like Squee. So there's a Squee who is quite good. There's also a Deathbloom Thallid, though. If we really want to try to force Saprolings, that may be the card to take here. But Squee is good, and he's good with Song of Freyalise. All creatures are. Squee, I think, is just too much better than Deathbloom Thallid. Like, infinitely coming back is awesome. So I'm going to have to take it. Plus, it's a combo with Goblin Barrage. So, you know, I've already sort of backed off forcing Saprolings, but if red-green is open, we'll be pretty happy. Well, so we could take a Rampaging Cyclops here. He is the good red card in this pack, and maybe that's what we do, but Call the Cavalry is a lot better, and it does work with Song of Freyalise. So, you know, Rampaging Cyclops isn't anything special, I don't think. I think I'll take this and see what happens. Okay. Fungal Plots. Okay. The Saprolings are still coming to me, so to some extent anyway. So we could take Garna and be like a green-red deck that splashes black. That doesn't seem bad to me. It seems better than The red cards in this pack are just so mediocre that I'd rather just take Garna, who is pretty good. More mediocre red cards, but there is a Trapper, and I think that's fine. The Llanowar Envoy probably, though. I mean, we're already pretty sure we're playing green. We're less sure about white, and this also gives us more fixing for Garna, so let's just go with the Trapper. The Envoy, I mean. Yeah, Croson Druid, sure. Sarah Disciple, sure. You know, Healing Grace is the kind of card you occasionally side in, so I think I'll take it. I do like the Void sometimes, if you're, but usually only in a 2-color deck, and I don't think that's where we're headed. Dub is fine. We probably do need a little more fixing to feel good about Garna, like 1 Skittering Surveyor or 1 Grow from the Ashes. You know, another Song of Freyalise would work too. I don't think, well, I might feel fine about it if I picked up like another Envoy too. So we have 2 things pushing us towards a creature-heavy deck, both Fungal Plots and Song of Freyalise, so that's something to keep in mind. Call the Cavalry is sort of a creature, though it doesn't count as one for Song of Freyalise. It does count as one it does count as one for Song of Freyalise and not for the other. We'll take this. I doubt it'll end up working out. We'll definitely take a Void. I do like the Elephant if you have like 2 or 3 artifacts that are going to end up in your graveyard frequently, but I don't think that's going to happen for us. Well, that's interesting in terms of like making a go wide deck. It basically pushes all these red cards out of our deck if we take it, and the question is whether or not it's worth that. And even then, like trying to play this consistently in our deck just isn't, it doesn't seem super safe to me. I think it's probably better to just take Baloth Gorger here. If this were pack 1, pick 1, I think I would take the Marshal, but it isn't, so we will take a Gorger. Tatyova, that's another thing we're splashing. But there's also a Grow from the Ashes here, and that sets it up so we can splash Garna pretty nicely. And there's not a guarantee I see another one, and if I stay with the cards I have now, I won't even be able to splash Tatyova very effectively. So I think I take the card that helps me splash. There's another Call the Cavalry, which is nice, but I'm going to take the card that helps us splash our Garna. Okay, Pegasus Courser. I think I like it more than On Sarah's Wings. On Sarah's Wings is just too swingy. You know, if your opponent has removal, you're toast, basically. And the Courser's great. So I think it's what we take. This is mana fixing, but I think we're good on mana. Like, if this wheels, maybe we take it, but yeah. I guess I still don't really know. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing more than... Oh, you know what? I just realized. God, I'm dumb. I was like so focused on my mana, but like this isn't going to work out because we're not... Garna's not going to work out anyway. We could splash Goblin Barrage, which is probably what we'll do right at this point, but because we're not playing red as a base color anymore, at least not right now, and this pack isn't changing that. We're taking a Sap Herd. Ooh. This pack is good for green. Memorial to Unity, Steel Leaf Champion, and Llanowar Elves are all good, but I think I'm going to take the Champion. We could totally push ourselves into a mono green or close to it deck. Steel Leaf Champion is great, and yeah, here I'll take a Mammoth Spider. Green's open enough that I think we want to be... So here's a Thallid Omnivore, and that opens up a question, and that is... I mean, our white cards aren't great. The Omnivore is going to be pretty good. We already have several ways of making Saprolinks. Elfhame Druid's good too, but I think the Omnivore is going to be better in our deck. And maybe now we are... Yeah, now I'd say we probably are this deck. Potentially, anyway. Yeah, we'll take another Envoy to help our mana situation. Maybe not, though. I mean, splashing the Omnivore is probably a little risky. We could just be... Yeah. But we could be red-black. I mean, green, red-black. Green-red... Green-black, excuse me, splashing red for the Barrage and the Garna. Yeah. This could be what we're doing. but it also might not be. Green is very open, though, and that's great for us. The bad news is green doesn't really have very much good removal. You know, Ancient Animus is nice. It would be good in our deck, but yeah, we'll take an Acolyte. Does sort of combo with Garna if you have 1,000 mana. We'll take an Adventurous Impulse here. So we've got 3 ways of making Saplings, and that's good for our Omnivore. And we have, yeah, ways of going wide, which is also good for our Omnivore. So yeah, we'll have to splash for removal, chances are, or play. Maybe we'll get some black removal, and then it won't be in our splash color. All right, I think I take another Impulse. I mean, it does help you find lands if that's what you need, and I'm fine with that. And I guess Arbor Armament here. I mean, we could take the Honor Guard. There's still a chance we end up in a white deck, I guess. It's not like we have horrible white cards over there. They're just not good either. They're not as good as our red or black cards, really. I mean, Pegasus Courser is nice. Weatherlight. Okay, so in terms of historic cards, we have 2 right now. But Weatherlight's incredible, so it's pretty obvious we take it. Yeah. There's not like premium removal in this pack. It's also nice when there's not like a sapling thing in the pack, so we don't feel like kind of bummed out that we have to take the more powerful card. But so that works out for us. And I think here we take a Sap Herd now. There's a Shauna, which would potentially be good in our deck. Right now, I think I would only run 1 mountain. Between the 2 Envoys, the Song of Freyalise, and the Grow from the Ashes, I think that's enough. We do want to value historic cards a little bit more than we already are, because Weatherlight, I mean, it's good even if you only have 3 historic cards, which is, right now we actually only have 2 and 3 counting the Weatherlight. But it's definitely better when you can consistently draw a card with it, which is kind of what I'm aiming to do. The Eldest Reborn. Okay, there's this. This pack has all kinds of stuff going on in it. Eldest Reborn's great. I like the Skin Witch. I like Llanowar Elves. I like another Thallid Omnivore. But I think we do take an Eldest Reborn here. I mean, we do have a bunch of ways of making Saplings and going wide, but Eldest Reborn's really strong, and we can hit it with Weatherlight, and it's also sort of removal, which is something we're lacking. So, yeah, I'm going to do it. I did it. Okay, so we could take another Envoy here. We could take removal. We could turn into a green-red deck that's splashing black for like Eldest Reborn, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I do like Memorial to Folly a lot. Do I want it or another Envoy to shore up our mana a little bit more? There's also a Spider, which I like. I think I'm going to grab another Envoy. Okay, so I don't really want to have a black 2-drop ideally, because I don't want to have to run that many swamps, and right now all our black stuff is over here. Knight of Malice is really good though, so we have to think about it. Easter Glider is the card we could take here if we want to keep pushing, you know, both having a bunch of creatures and having historic cards. Yeah, I mean, I think our mana is just going to be way better if we just avoid having like early creatures who are black, basically. And I think having good mana is worth it. If there weren't another option here, like there just weren't an early creature for us in this pack that wasn't Knight of Malice, I'd probably take the Knight anyway, but I'm going to take the Glider. Ooh, makes our mana even better, and it's historic. I think we take that over Ancient Animus. It is good removal. I mean, it can be. It is good with several cards in our deck. Mammoth Spider, Battle-Oath Gorger, Thallid Omnivore, Weatherlight, Steel Leaf Champion. It's good with all those, but I want, maybe I'm greedy, but I want more fixing. I want to make sure I can run all these sweet, sweet cards. Okay, so we're just splashing red. We don't want a Rampaging Cyclops. We could take a Short Sword here. I don't think it's going to make the cut, but what else am I going to take? Nothing. Yeah, I mean, same thing here. Cabal Paladin, I guess. We are up to now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 6 historic cards. That's good for Weatherlight. 5, not counting Weatherlight. Guardians of Koilos. I mean, both of these, it depends on the saga you have, but both of these are the ones that you want to get to. Chapter 3 is where you really break people. So Guardians of Koilos doesn't really work with them. I could take a Nature's Spiral for getting things back, but yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't think it'll make the cut, but neither would anything else in that pack. Yeah, don't have Wizards. We'll take a Sparring Construct. Radiating Lightning for the sideboard seems fine because against Saprolings it's pretty good. I may end up cutting this Windgrace Acolyte and running some other thing. Feral Abomination, sure. There's just another random 2-drop who, yeah. Wow, that is a late Memorial to Glory. I guess I'll take a Rat Colony since it's on color, but... Alright, well, this deck looks like a lot of fun, that's for sure. I'm doing more Saproling things than I've been able to do in a lot of my decks, and we're splashing, which is one of the things that I'll always remember about this format is, you know, Skittering Surveyor being at common is awesome. Song of Freyalise and Grow from the Ashes and Llanowar Envoys all make splashing a lot less painful than it could be. So I think I might cut one Adventurous Impulse, and then, you know, it's worth thinking about just straight up cutting these. It's worth thinking about, and then just putting in something like Sparring Construct. One thing, I mean, our deck is going to be good with Song of Freyalise, but we don't have a ton of early creatures. They're mostly 3-drops, which is, you know, that's fine. You know, not taking all those Llanowar Elves we saw hurts a little because when we have something like Steel Leaf Champion, and if you play that on turn 2, you just win. But I think it was worth it when we did it. So the question is, do we need more of a finisher like the Abomination, or is a flyer going to be able to do it? The flyer has synergy with Eldest Reborn and Garna. Yeah, I think we take the flyer, and I think this is just our deck. Looks like a fun one. Most of our creatures, basically all of our creatures, except Crows and Druid, can crew the Weatherlight, well, and Corrosive Ooze. The Sapherd can with the help of the Saproling it brings, and so forth. So, okay. We are short on removal. That is our big problem, but we're splashing for some. 12 forests, 3 mountains, and 2 swamps. Seems like you have that a little backwards to me. Like, yeah, I have 4 black cards and 2 red cards. Yeah, I think this will be good. This looks like fun. I'll see you guys in the first match. All right, we're going into match 1, and we would like to play first. Oh, maybe this... No, I think this deck does want to play first. I mean, if you have Song of Freyalise, it's usually better to play first. This looks like a decent hand. Probably just turn 2 Saproling Migration. Although, you know, if I want to, I could play the Ooze instead, so that maybe, you know, I can go turn 2 Ooze, turn 3 Druid, turn 4 Goblin Barrage, turn 5 Windgrace Acolyte, and then turn 6. You know, this is assuming I draw all lands, obviously. Well, that'll help. Yeah, let's play the Ooze. If I had like a real payoff for going wide right now, I would go for the Migration, but I don't. I don't have my Song of Freyalise or anything. Okay. Third land? No. Okay, well, now I think we do Saproling Migration. Kicking it later is great, but... Yeah, and I guess I'll offer the trade. I probably should have done that first, actually. Their deck might actually have equipment in it, so Corrosive Ooze may actually be relevant. I have had its effect be relevant once or twice, blowing up the powerful equipment in the set, like Black Blade and stuff. I've also had to just like blow up a sword, which is still like, okay. Yeah, I think we take this. Their name is Bomb Creature. I wonder if their deck has a Bomb Creature. Oh, God. Well, we're not off to a good start land-wise. Should we be running 18? I didn't run 18 very often in this format. And maybe I should have, because I did have a lot of mana issues in this format. Still put up a decent record, but we really need that third land right now. All right, so we're going to try to do this. We don't have a lot of reasons to hold on to Saplings. We have a few, but let's see if they have a trick. No. We go to 16. Oh, good. Well, we hit the third land at least. I think we play Llanowar Envoy because it can trade with Juggernaut, basically. That's what I'm planning on doing with it. We have all three of our colors without really trying. That's always nice. Yeah, I mean, even though if we draw another land, we can Goblin Barrage, I think I'd rather just block, if I can, you know, to kill Juggernaut. Oh, God. Warlord's Fury with Juggernaut is pretty savage. Yeah. Well, I guess we're taking 7 this turn. Feels good. Okay, so we're not going to be able to barrage anything, but I think we go ahead and play a Druid who can effectively block. So we have good blocks set up for all of these creatures. If our opponent has combat tricks, another Warlord's Fury, or anything like that, we're in trouble. But if they don't, we're in decent shape. They probably have Charge, which would just blow us out all the way across the board. Oh, good. We can still kill it with Goblin Barrage, but we have to hit the land. We have to get that land or we're toast. That's an annoying way to lose. I better hit that land. Come on, land. Oh, we did it. Thank God. They might have a way of saving him, but if they don't, this could be a turning point. All right, well, we end our turn. We're at 3 against a red-white deck. It's not really where you want to be, but that's where we are. So, oh, it's really not where you want to be. Okay, well, we had mana problems there, and it wasn't even color-wise. It was just not drawing lands. I don't think we need 18 lands in a deck that also has an Adventurous Impulse in it. Like, I think we're fine. Our curve isn't even crazy or anything. We would just like to get like 4 lands, like before turn 10, you know? And we also have a Surveyor. We have lots of ways of that our deck, you know, has 17 lands in it, but we have one card that basically is like half a land, and you could say Adventurous Impulse is sort of half a land too, because you can keep 1 land hands that have Adventurous Impulse if the hand has stuff worth keeping in it. I mean, you shouldn't always do that, but I mean, I guess this is okay. We really desperately need to not draw more lands this time, the opposite of last time. But we have a 3-drop and a 5-drop, and that's okay. That hopefully is enough to not die. Okay, more lands is what we don't want, deck. Did you hear me? Not good, not good. Let's not draw lands for the rest of the game. You think you could do that for me? I believe we can. Gotta believe in the heart of the cards. We didn't see any tricks. I'm sure they have them. Sure, let's make them use one of them. Run Amok or Kindled Fury or whatever. Fervent Strike, that's what it's called in this set. Okay, I'm happy to draw something that can trade here. Sad as that is. It's the truth. It's not a land, so... Right, I think we block this one. So we get to play Windgrace Acolyte this turn. Maybe we'll mill all lands. I'd be okay with that. Well, the Acolyte's going to be good. They don't have Sheevan Fire. If they do, man, is it bad. At least you get a little value. Man, I would have liked to draw either of those. But we do get to play a kicked Sapperling Migration next turn, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, especially the Sappered would have been nice. Yeah, they could still attack with that, but I'm fine with that. Holding back the Courser is good. Baird. I can't cast you, man. Come on. Alright, so we're going to play 4 Sapperlings. And end our turn. Can we get... Red mana would be good. Because I could block with Windgrace Acolyte, and then to kill one of these things, then flash in Garna. That would feel pretty good. Pegasus Courser plus Baird is pretty great. I've rode that to victory a few times. Luckily for me, I have a flying blocker who can block the Courser. Yeah, so they can attack us with the Warcaller, but I think we let them do that all they want, basically, for now, at least. Oh, good, another Courser. Ooh. Well, now we're getting a little bit lucky. Right? In my turn... So the one thing we can't do, I mean, and maybe it's going to be better to just do it. Maybe I should just flash in Garna to kill the Keldon Wardcaller instead of getting cute with other things. Like, it almost would be great if they used Sheevan Fire here to kill this, and then I flashed in Garna to block the Wardcaller. Although they have Pegasus Coursers, so never mind. I think the best thing to do here is to just flash in Garna and kill that Wardcaller. That's sad, but I do think that's best. Reason being, yeah, I don't get to use that trigger. All my creatures have haste, though, so there's that. Okay, so block. No trick, so we do get to just kill the Warcaller. Pretty happy about that. We could use the Weatherlight or something. Get to Chronicler. They're just getting back a combat trick. I'm pretty okay with that. I mean, it is problematic for my Windgrace Acolyte, I guess, but... Ooh, Mammoth Spider, please. Thank you. You other guys are nice, but you're no Mammoth Spider. In this situation, we need a Mammoth Spider. Yeah, Fervent Strike would have been really good if all I had was Windgrace Acolyte, but now it's not so good. Okay, sure. Hold on to the other one. Weatherlight is like our best bet here, Because we could just draw it and crew it right away. And then attack with it right away. Obviously, I didn't mean draw it and crew it. I mean play it, crew it, and attack with it right away. We do not want to give them time to draw removal. Okay, Juggernaut's kind of a pain. Okay, that sort of negates Juggernaut. Although they do have a combat trick, I think I'm pretty okay trading the trick. I need like a 4-power creature who can actually attack on this board too. That's the other thing I need. So is it better to give up 3 Saplings or the Llanowar Envoy? Might actually be better to try... oh, we know they have the trick, right? So we might as well do this first. Just eat the trick. It's less painful than like triple blocking and then the trick happening because we would just lose all of our Saplings except 1. This way, they're just going to let it happen. I'm cool with that. There we go. That's what we've been looking for. Let's hope they don't have something. Gideon's Reproach. Invoke the whatevers. Okay, so we're going to crew 3. The best way to do that is probably just to tap Garna. Haste. Yeah, if they have Gideon's Reproach or a number of other things, we're not going to be very happy. We know they have that trick, but it's not enough. I mean, 3 paddle, yeah. It's a 4/5, and they have 2 flyers. So they got to have something else. Maybe we get to draw a card. Maybe we draw a Saga. Wouldn't that be nice? No. But I'm pretty happy to just get rid of all of those. We did not want to draw Grow from the Ashes or 3 lands in a row right there. I can tell you that much. So I am fairly happy with that outcome. Either of our Sagas would be really powerful right now, so that would be cool if we can make that happen. Juggernaut. There's a lot of Juggernauts. Shield of the Realm. That complicates things, doesn't it? Yeah, now we can't actually kill that with the Weatherlight. But, and I can't with Goblin Barrage either. That's no fun. I think we just use Goblin Barrage to kill Baird. Probably, yeah. Yeah, we'll kill Baird. We know what the 1 card in their hand is, so we're just at a stalemate here, basically. Yeah, and the bad part is we don't have anything really good to block Juggernaut right now either. We're probably just going to throw a Sapperling in front of it for now, because we know they have the first strike trick, so... Freaking shield. Okay. Do we just trade Mammoth Spider? I think the answer there is no. But yeah, this is a problem. I didn't even think about it offensively being a problem. Obviously I should have. I think we just take 6 here. And then they can move it to the other one, which is just great for us. Champion of Flame. I'm hoping, darn, I was hoping they wouldn't do that, but it was a pretty obvious thing for them to do, I suppose. Okay. I probably should have just traded my Acolyte, now that I'm thinking about this. Alright. So, I can play a Baloth Gorger and attack with it right away, which seems pretty good. What's up? Coming in. This time well, what we know, the reason I didn't do it is because it wouldn't actually be a trade. They have a trick to just kill my dude, so that's why I didn't do it. But we do get in for 7 there. Drop them to 9. But I think we should just throw the Acolyte in front of the Juggernaut this turn, because then we get the trick out of their hand. We still have a 7/7. And we're still at about 10. Seems pretty reasonable. Block. Use your trick, buddy. I wonder if they have freaking... the Elephant would be good in their deck, because getting back Juggernauts with that Elephant is no joke. I can tell you that. Come on, either Saga would be nice. Either one. Guess I should have killed a Pegasus Courser in retrospect with my Barrage. The one who did not have the shield on. Okay, well, we attack with Gorger again. Probably just gets chump blocked. Yeah. Then we play a Glider. So this, now we have to block with our Mammoth Spider or the Weatherlight. And I think blocking with the Spider is just better. The Weatherlight can block these flying things just as well as the Spider can, so... Fungal Plots would be nice right about now. That's for sure. Okay. Let us hope they do not have another trick, in which case we're going to be in real trouble. Or an Elephant to get back a Juggernaut. Either one of those would be bad news. Prevent 2 of that damage. Okay, so you're like jacked now, but I can actually attack with my Weatherlight now. Ooh, that's so good right here. About time. I'm happy to kill any of these 3 creatures. So that'll work out for me. I don't think they can give up their flyer. Yeah, their untapped flyer, I should say. Do we attack with the Weatherlight here? Is it worth it? Or would I rather be able to kill Pegasus Courser? I have 2 cards in their hand. I can attack and threaten. Yeah, I think we attack with just the Gorger. Well, they have to block one of them. So I think I'm gonna do it. Could even draw a card. Of course, if it's not a creature, that won't really matter, but okay. Should we just attack with our glider too? It's not like it's doing anything. I guess it can threaten to be lethal if they take 7 here. I guess that's a thing. So they have to block one of them to not die or have a kill spell. But Gideon's Reproach alone isn't enough to kill either of them, so... Should I just attack with everything? No, I don't think so. Don't think it was worth the risk. He must have a trick here. No. Interesting. They did a good job bluffing me there. Ooh. Alright, well... Just in case we can't kill our opponent even sooner, let's go ahead and play Song of Freyalise. It's already been revealed to them, so... I think we take this game. Garna did a lot. I mean, Garna blocking a 2-2 and getting rid of it when we were getting beat down, and then giving Baloth Gorger haste were two very key things. I mean, obviously the Weatherlight has been key as well, between doing 8 damage and drawing us a card. All right, we got there. They're definitely bringing in Artifact and Enchantment hate. Did I pick up an Arbor Armament? Because I kind of... No, I didn't. God, would have been kind of nice against this opponent. Alright, well, you know, this in the end would have actually been pretty good if we had ended up actually being white between these 3 artifacts. Maybe we don't want Easter Glider now that I'm thinking about it against... Yeah, let's cut that real quick and put in like a short sword. The Glider is just so bad against Pegasus Coursers, and they have at least 2, so... Yeah. I think that is worth it. Wouldn't mind having a turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion hand against this opponent because they have a lot of creatures who just can't block that thing. Ooh, not a good hand. We're going to have to send that one back. This is the kind of hand where it's like, well, if I draw 3 lands in a row, this hand's awesome. But we can't hope for that. And we're on the draw, so I think mulliganing to 6 plus a scry has like a very high probability of being better than this hand. Very high. Okay, yep, this is better. Do I want to draw a 4th land? I mean, the Impulse is going to help me find Yeah, I'm going to draw another land. And I'm not desperate for them right now, so I think I'd rather not draw one. I mean, if, you know, I might still draw one, of course, but... Ooh. Well, that has the potential to be very good. See what we can hit on impulse. I'd rather have a creature, but I mean, I'll take a creature or a land. Okay, so I think we definitely want... Oh, man, that mountain. We're putting a mountain and a surveyor away, which could end up being bad for us, but... It's hard not to want the Saprolings plus Song of Freyalise here, right? Yeah. So... That's what we do. Then we go Migration. Song of Freyalise. Yavimaya Sapherd. That's the plan here. Shield of the Realm again. Obnoxious. Yeah, so we go Migration. Next turn we can play a land, play Song of Freyalise, play Yavimaya Sapherd, and just be able to go crazy when it comes time. And we can even have Weatherlight in play by then, potentially. Yeah, that's what we do for sure. As we go, it's better than getting in for two right now. Hopefully they didn't side in a Radiating Lightning, because that's going to break us. It would break us pretty bad. So yeah, we can play Weatherlight next turn. Doesn't have haste right now, but... Okay, Keldon Raider, that's not Radiating Lightning. So, happy about that. I think ideally we'd like to draw another creature. We can crew Weatherlight and make it into a creature for Song of Freyalise to pump. Oh, we didn't do it. That's too bad. So... The question is whether we should. Maybe we should next turn. Yeah. It'll become a 5/6. That seems pretty good to me. Yeah, I wish we could play something else, but I think we've done pretty well here. Radiating Lightning's still a possibility. But if they don't cast Radiating Lightning here, we're going to be in pretty great shape. I can tell you that. There's not a lot that can slow us down. So yeah, I would tap 2 of these to crew this, and then I can hit them for 5 in the air. I mean, as opposed to 5 in the ground, it's on the ground, it's going to be 5 in the air that draws me more cards, and these will still get bigger for the next turn. So I think that's probably worth it. It might not draw me cards, incidentally, but it has a chance to, and the other cards in play do not. We definitely take 4 here. And I think it's right for them to attack here too, because my creatures are all going to be indestructible next turn, so what are they supposed to do? Granted, if I tap these, I mean, I'm going to be in less good of a position to block, but I think that's fine. I could theoretically also wait for this to get a +1/+1 counter, then just use it to crew, and then attack for... all the fun is gone. Probably should have crewed in response, but don't think it matters. So now... man... Losing the Sapherd there, I mean, it puts more of a dent in our efforts than I would like. So... I think it's better to make these all 2/2s. Yeah. I think it's better. And then I can play the ooze. And I think I do still crew this. Hopefully they don't have a way to make us really sad with our Weatherlight too, but they may. Attack for 8 here. Draw us a card, buddy. Well, we get a short sword. Not the most exciting, but drawing a card's drawing a card. So we'll play short sword. I think we equip one of these, but it doesn't really matter because we can't actually block and kill Keldon Raider because of its equipment. But this does make it so one of these can crew this, which is an upgrade. Our Corrosive Ooze, by the way, can deal with Keldon Raider's nonsense. So that's nice. I didn't think about that. We definitely take another 4 here. Yeah. Give us the 4. Baird, okay. Doesn't worry me too much. Hoping all they're doing is moving their Shield of the Realm over to Baird. It's kind of funny they decided not to make him a knight. Okay. All right, so yeah, we crew. We attack and pay 1. It'd be really great here to hit our other saga. That's for sure. Wow, we did it. That's pretty great. I was going to play a giant spider, but we definitely play the Eldest Reborn now. Maybe this deck can get me my 6th trophy instead of my like 5th consecutive 2-1. Oh yeah. Things are looking pretty good for us. We definitely block, if he equips this, we definitely block it with Corrosive Ooze because blowing up Shield of the Realm is worth losing Corrosive Ooze because that shield is a real pain. They're going to need something pretty incredible to find their way out of this now, I think. I mean, I've played the Weatherlight and both really powerful sagas in our deck, which are probably the 3 best cards in our deck. So, is it worth taking 4? I think it is. Sure, we'll go to 8. There are some ways we could end up losing, but they're far enough away from being able to fight with Fire Us that I think I feel okay. But soon, ooh, that's not good. So, do we have lethal? If they tap out here, we potentially have lethal, but are they going to tap out? That would be good if they did, but I don't know that they will. Fight with fire on that guy, okay. They have to discard the other card in their hand. which is Juggernaut. Okay. Well, I think we do this. I think we crew again. So, yeah. I think we just attack with the Weatherlight. Wouldn't mind drawing another card. We don't, though. It's about time we missed, though. We've been pretty lucky. However, I am going to play Mammoth Spider. What do we get if we get to Chapter 3? Is it Juggernaut or Bayard, basically, is the question. And we're going to move Short Sword, I guess, over to the Mammoth Spider. Yeah. Making it a 4/6. All right, we did it. Yeah, I mean, if our deck keeps doing that, we're going to be in pretty great shape. Draw both your Sagas and the Weatherlight. Of course, the Weatherlight helped me draw one of them, but still, if we can keep doing that, we're going to be real happy. All right, going into our second match. This is a pretty good hand. We can Adventurous Impulse on turn 1 to see if we can hit our third land, maybe. And then, yeah, Sap Herd and Eldest Reborn coming up is nice. That's for sure. Okay, well, I think, well, we'll see what we see here. I kind of feel like I want the land more than I want the creatures, even though the Sap Herds are going to be really good with Song of Freyalise. It's not going to be that easy to... I mean, I know I'm going to hit a third land at some point, but I pretty desperately need to do it, and I want to guarantee that I do it. So, yeah, we'll do this, which is kind of painful, but I'll probably draw another land anyway now. Relic Runner. Okay, we definitely play our Forest here, because if we draw a third one, we just play Steel Leaf Champion. Two. We did not draw a third, but that's okay. I'm going to play the Sap Herd. Well, I guess I'm glad I grabbed a third land. Ooh, Chain Warlord. I'm glad my Easter Glider wasn't in play, at least. Okay, so I'm just going to take 2. Crap. I was really hoping to just draw another land, because then I could play one of these. Man. Not good. So do I play my Glider? I probably play my Glider, because then that way next turn I'll have 2 creatures in play when I play Song of Freyalise. And then that'll allow me to play Steel Leaf Champion. So I think that's our best move, unfortunately. Do we just go to 10 here? I think we do. Okay, they're Weight of Memoried and they milled me. Oh man, they hit the Weatherlight. So they have that information, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so yeah, we play Song of Freyalise here. And then we're going to do this. And end our turn. Next turn, maybe we get to play the Eldest Reborn. I mean, we have a lot of options with all the mana we're hopefully going to have. Okay. Well, they killed that, so they drop us to 5 now. That's fun. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. So I could kick this. That's probably the best thing to do. Go super wide here. I could play my Mammoth Spider too, but... So my plan is to block the Relic Runner at this point with one of them. If it becomes unblockable, then I have to chump the Chain Whirler, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, so we're going to chump the Chain Whirler here anyway. There's too many ways things go wrong. Okay, will Song of Freyalise help us recover? It's looking like it might. This turn's going to be good for us. Okay, so I think we attack with everything, since it's a free attack anyway. That drops them to 10. So now the question is it better for me to play Eldest Reborn or Mammoth Spider? I'm leaning towards Spider. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, let's play Eldest Reborn. Oh, they have a Syncopate maybe. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that hurts. Well, whichever thing we played would have gotten countered, so there's that. If we play this Omnivore, gaining life will be a good way to avert death. Potentially. We may just be about to... Does that win them the game? Because now I only have 3 blockers. It doesn't win them the game, but it cripples me, basically. So it's close. Yeah, I mean, I can survive, but... not by much. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. On to game 2. Yeah, I don't really... There's not really anything we can do here. Their deck was interesting. It seemed sort of aggressive, but then it also had Weight of Memory, which is certainly not an aggressive card. Okay, this is a keep. We do need to hit that 3rd land pretty badly, but we'll do it. You know, we'll hit it. Grab a swamp. Play a turn 3 Surveyor, turn 4 Baloth Gorger. It'll happen. Okay. Or at least it could happen. Should happen. Okay. I've been let down a lot lately on like hoping I hit land drops. Especially with Skittering Surveyor in my hand, which is especially... Okay, well this will help, hopefully. Wow. We gotta grab this land or we're gonna get run over, so... Sorry, Steel Leaf Champion. I'm gonna shuffle my library soon anyway. think we definitely grab a swamp. We can use Growth from the Ashes to grab red later. And we will end our turn. That's why they did that. Makes sense now. Just wondering, I mean, we weren't putting any pressure on them, so it was sort of a weird spot to play get to Chronicler. We'll play our Gorger here. We do have fungal plots, which could help us win in a longer game. Ugh. That's not good news. All right, so we're going to block the 1/3. Fifth land would have been nice so that I could play Mammoth Spider, but the Sap Herd's pretty good here too. The Gorger's probably still better. Let's go with the Gorger again. Hopefully it doesn't get bounced again. If you ever play against someone who chains these together, it's not fun. I've done it before myself, and it was fun, but from the other side, it is not fun. Okay, it wasn't an Academy Journey Mage, but it was close enough, right? I think we're going to get stomped here by all this tempo. We'll take 6 and go to 9. Yeah, their wizard deck is sweet. Sap Herd has a greater probability of keeping us alive because of the 2 bodies, I guess. But it's pretty hard to come back from how hard our opponent's stomping us, which means we're not going to get a trophy. Easter Glider's pretty bad here. Okay. Well, we're going to block this. It's going to block that, and we'll chump block this. Still drops us to 4. They didn't play anything, which is good news for us. We could, I mean, this is like the last game where we kind of sort of almost stabilized at the end, but we didn't quite get there, and that may be the case again here. Especially, I mean, if they have Syncopate or something here, I'm kind of screwed, which is why I think we just go for it. I mean, they can Syncopate anything we play, so... Yeah, they got Syncopate. Yep. Syncopated. All right. Well, staying at 5 trophies. At least that means I get the Prestige Avatar, right? So, but we do still have one more match to try to go 2-1 at least, and I'll see you then. All right, last match of Dominaria Limited. Looking to go 2-1, and I think we can. Our deck is good, and this is a good hand. Just got stomped by a pretty great wizard deck in our second match. Yeah, those Journey Mages can just end you. But we do have Envoy into Weatherlight, which is pretty good, and we can play Fungal Plots on turn 2, which we will, because why not? White. Okay, so Fungal Plots. And then Envoy, probably. Bad news about white, especially white-green, is our opponent almost certainly has a main board, destroy target artifact or enchantment card. So, yeah. So we're going to play Llanowar Envoy here. I think we just take 2 here. Okay. Give us what we want. Come on now. You can do it, deck. Hopefully, anyway. Wouldn't mind drawing one of these colors without having to dig for it. I'll take basically any land right now, though, so I can play the Weatherlight and start going to town with that. Okay, well, we can't, but we still have to make this decision, which is what color do we need more immediately? Probably the removal is the best way to go. Also, it combos in a way with Skittering Surveyor, because I could sack the Surveyor to do an additional 4 to our opponent. So yeah, we'll use its ability, and I think I'm going to grab a mountain and play a mountain. So at least we can Goblin Barrage if that happens. And we can also play Weatherlight next turn, of course. Isn't that good news? Okay, so the question is, do I need to try to kill one of these guys? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play Weatherlight and try to go over them. Two Haymakers here from both of us. Theirs is potentially scarier. But it's not the end of the world, especially because they haven't pressured us early, so the Song of Freyalise attack isn't going to be as painful. Like, we're not at like 14 or something. We're still at 20. So, but man, I can't kill that with Goblin Barrage, and it has reach. Great. So we're going to have to kill something with our Barrage, I think, to keep this from getting too out of hand. I mean, I guess maybe I can get them to block. If I get them to block, I think the right thing to do is still the Goblin Barrages, because this is going to be such a big problem. And if they don't block, I get some value. So, and I play like the Sap Herd. Yeah. I guess, yeah, okay. All right. Let's do this. Not looking good early, though. I can tell you that much. So if they just take it, then I think I cast Goblin Barrage on the Envoy. We might draw a card, of course. I could have held the Weatherlight back as a blocker, but okay, they are going to take it. So, ooh, well, we don't have black mana for you just yet, but that will be good when the time comes. All right, so we've got to barrage something, and we don't have to, but I think we should barrage something. I mean, I could instead just play the Sap Herd and protect myself, and then get Saproling tokens. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Let's do that. Okay, so they all get bigger. They get a free round of attacks, more or less. We're going to have to do some chump blocking to not get too destroyed here. So I think we're going to block here and take 5. All right. So Not a swamp. So I could cast Grow from the Ashes here, but I think it's probably going to be better to just play Crows and Druid and leave mana up for fungal plots. Probably. I mean, the Barrage is a little attractive, but if I leave the Weatherlight back as a blocker, probably okay. All right, so we will end our turn. And Untamed Kavu. Great. Something else we can't Goblin Barrage. No attack. I like that. We will make a Saproling. Trample is a problem, obviously. Okay. 5, 6. So we can actually play the Eldest Reborn now. We just have to use this activated ability. I think killing any of those feels pretty good at this point, right? So I think it's better than the other options. Oh, that's actually one too many mana. No, it's not. No. Yeah, okay. So Eldest Reborn kills something. Any one of these, like I said, I'm going to be happy to see it go. All right. And we will end our turn. So that Untamed Kavu is a little scary. Yeah, they're going to bring the Thunder here. All right, so you two aren't very good blockers, so I'd rather crew the Weatherlight with you. Yeah. I think I'm just going to take 5 from the Kavu here. Maybe. No, they're going to have Invoke or Ancient Animus. That's good enough. All right. Are we dead now? Feels like we are, but I don't think we quite are. I think now we actually do block this. Tramples over for 2. And then we block this. So we go to 1. Yeah, we go to 1. Yeah. Not a good place to be. Combat Trick kills us, but... And they've got one, of course. Oh, well, yeah, now we're dead, because we take the full damage from Trample. After that first match, we seemed so dominant, we've basically just been getting steamrolled, which is not a lot of fun. It's not a lot of fun, but, I mean, I think we're kind of underachieving now. Don't want to end this format on a 1 and 2. I mean, I'm still having a good time. It's just a little less fun when you're not winning, you know? So that Song of Freyalise early, I mean, we sort of stabilized and kept ourselves alive, but yeah, that's what killed us, basically. It took several turns to actually kill us, but that is what did it. Not playing the Barrage also kind of killed me. But that's okay. I would like to play first. Okay. This looks solid. Okay, yeah, I think we go for it with a turn 2 migration. If my opponent does nothing here, I'm kind of tempted to cast Grove from the Ashes to get black, but playing a 3-drop is pretty good too. So we will attack. I think we go for the 3-drop. The 3-drop also gives us black mana. I mean, not at a cheap cost, but it does give us black. Okay, so I think I'd probably play an unkicked Grove from the Ashes here to get our swamp. We don't have anything else we can do anyway, so it'll let us play a turn 4 Mammoth Spider. Oh, this is turn 4. What am I talking about? We haven't played our land yet this turn. All right, grab our swamp. Aven Sentry. Right, we attack with our 3/2 here, and then I think we play Mammoth Spider. Thinking about trading. Yeah, they didn't though. I wouldn't, I don't think. Player Spider. How do you like it when we play Mammoth Spider? Now I just need to draw a Song of Freyalise too. Mammoth Spider. Yeah. Our Thallid Omnivore is going to be our best thing here. Do we just put it all out there? Yeah, I think we do. Just do it. Thallid Omnivore can be bad against white because they have things like Gideon's Reproach and Seal Away, which can just kill it in response to me sacrificing things, but Ancient Animus on my Omnivore. Yeah, if I hadn't tapped out, it would have survived that. Not looking good. Mammoth Spider has been like nasty all day to us, you know? It's because it blocks our Weatherlight so well. Having your Weatherlight blanked by a common creature hurts. But that's okay. Could use our Ancient Anima. I think it's no, it is yeah, it is Animi. Just means spirit or soul in Latin. They even have a Steel Leaf champion. Their deck's just like a better version of ours. That's crap. Oh. There we go. Their board is more well equipped to block a Steel Leaf champion than mine, though. Alright, end our turn. They also have the Trapper, who can make my Mammoth Spider unable to block and create some uncomfortable scenarios. Another Mammoth Spider. Alright, well, you're pretty much useless, but get out there. You do help me go wide, and if I ever draw Song of Freyalise, that'll matter. Don't play anything. You don't need to play anything. Well, there's our Weatherlight, but like I said, it's not in a great position here. It does give us another good blocker, which matters, but not a ton. Okay, start turning cards in our graveyard into Saprolings, and Saprolings in play into drawn cards. So that's pretty good. I think the best thing for us to do is probably to draw some cards, because we really need to find a way to punch through this before they do, basically. Okay. And I guess we'll see what we draw first. It doesn't actually really matter when we do it, since it costs no mana. Yeah, now I think we do it. All right, we will play another Envoy. And into our turn. God, we could have a really fun turn with Garna if we ever draw her. Like, just like if they decided to Alpha Strike, we could just like block everything and then get it all back. That would be pretty sweet. Doesn't come back into play, but it would still be pretty good. Okay. Let's get rid of these guys. Takes us up to 24. They have not one, but two giant mammoth spiders, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, we'll end our turn. Uh-oh. Okay, not too scary on this board, but definitely a little scary. But the fact that it can turn every blocked creature into a Saproling really does add some serious value. Yay! These board stalls in this format are something we're all going to remember. They're pretty fun, I think. We're both flooding out. I will deck myself first if that's the way things need to go. Oh my god. I need to... We're both basically waiting to draw our Song of Freyalise. It's more or less what's going on here. And whoever does is going to win. So, hopefully it's us. We need some more Saprolings to make that happen, probably. Okay. Probably about to put my Song of Freyalise... Yep. Put my Song of Freyalise on the bottom of my library. Awesome. It's just great. Yeah. There was a decent chance of doing that. I kind of feel like we don't have any way to win against giant spiders, which is kind of sad. And we just milled Garna too, and Goblin Barrage. We're not having the best milling luck, but at least we can turn that stuff into Saprolings and dig for our Song of Freyalise. We know our Song of Freyalise is very close to the bottom of our library, though. I don't think it'll have time to win us the game, unfortunately. Well, that's actually a formidable creature on this board state. can actually attack and wreak a little bit of havoc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so glad. So glad. All right, well, we're going to attack with our Gorger here. Probably a chump block. No, he wants to trade straight up. Fair enough. Well, getting through for 10 is basically impossible. I think we deck ourselves, or they kill us with their Song of Freyalise first. We can gain a bunch of life. I just don't think it matters. It doesn't really, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're at 39. Too bad it's not like Hearthstone, you know, where I would just take damage once I deck myself. Only have one Saproling in play, so... yeah. We're going to finish 1 and 2, I think, here. Oh my god, they have 2 Steel Leaf Champions? That seems messed up. I mean, this doesn't do a ton right now, but it does something. Gets rid of 1 creature. One of those soldier tokens. Take that. So I think we have 1 more card, then Song of Freyalise, but it's going to be too late because we don't have enough cards left in our library. They should just Alpha Strike us. Just go for it here. I was going to say, they're not going to. So, what is the card that's not Song of Freyalise? Skittering Surveyor. Ooh, boy. Maybe, just maybe, they're not paying attention to the fact that we're about to deck ourselves. And we can get a win just by playing Song of Freyalise. Maybe they'll just scoop. It's possible. We do get a creature back here. Another Mammoth Spider. I guess we steal that Baloth Gorger they have. Yeah, it's the only option we got, so. God, if I had a way to shuffle my library back into my deck, I mean my graveyard back into my deck right now, it'd be pretty good. They did not just scoop, unfortunately. We're just going to attack with everything next turn, but I don't think there's any way we get through for 10 damage, so... would be nice, but... now we have to get through for 12. And our last card is a land. We need one more turn, world! Ah, man. At least we put up a fight this time, I guess. Maybe we'll crash Magic Online with this huge attack. Yeah, we went 1 and 2 in our last one. The deck was fun. Mammoth Spiders were a real issue. Our deck lacking removal in general was its big problem. We don't have any removal that can kill a Mammoth Spider, basically, and that's kind of a problem. Pretty sure they don't die, no matter how they block. Should I have crewed the Weatherlight? I don't know. I guess so. I guess tapping 2... yeah, tapping a few of those would have been better, but... I mean, already they're taking 5, 7, 9, 13, but they still have 3 more blockers. So all they have to do, I mean, it doesn't even matter if they lose all their creatures here, because once it's my turn again, I lose. So yeah. If we had one more turn, I think we would have won. If we had one more card left in our library, because we would have had a free attack with all of these, and they all would have gotten bigger. Instead, oh, they've got a Gideon's Reproach anyway, which makes things even worse. We don't get through for any damage. Yeah. All right, well, last draft didn't go so well. I broke my streak of 2 and 1s and had a 1 and 2, but that happens. We're going to end with a winning percentage right at 60, I think. So that is the end of this format, although later today, well, depending on when you're watching this, I will start with my Core 2019 limited review videos. I'm excited about that new format. So Dominaria was a lot of fun, but it is now time to check out another format, and that's what we'll be doing here on the channel for the next week, is talking about every single card in the set, how good I think it's going to be in limited and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out that stuff when it does come up.